Path Media. I was a minimum wage movie theater usher that made good and became a top earner in my network marketing company. Now, after 16 plus years in the profession, I'm finally teaching myself how to leverage the internet with online marketing and social media marketing to continue to grow and expand my business. My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer. All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I want to talk about the difference between being authentic and vulnerable versus sharing too much information, right? Social media, dun dun dun. That's a dun 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 episode, TMI. I got inspired to do this topic from a post that Jasmine Star did, or a recent post from Jasmine Star on her Instagram. If you're not following her, I'll put her Instagram link on the show notes of this episode. She talked about being vulnerable and how in the past, she was very kind of choosy about what she shared. And she shared a very personal and vulnerable story about her adoption process. I encourage you to go check it out. And so I wanted to expand on this conversation and share my perspective on what I believe is the difference between the two. Obviously, that's very personal, and those kinds of details it's up to you to share, right? It's your decision, the level of openness and frankness and peek into your own private life that you want to allow on your social feeds. However, there's definitely a difference between TMI, in my opinion, and vulnerability and authenticity. TMI. So here's kind of what I see, and this goes actually back to the conversation that we've had before between being a content consumer and a content creator. Content consumers generally are just everyday people who use social media to share what they're doing and things that are going on in their lives. Part of it is to stay in contact with friends. Part of it has become a habit of just broadcasting about you. Again, nothing wrong with that, no judgment. However, if you are using social media to build your business, you're going to want to separate yourself from that and use social media to more intentionally and more purposefully, right? Have an intention and purpose, and the main intention and purpose is to provide value so that your audience can grow and get to know you, right? So there's definitely that distinction between the two, and as you're posting these things and trying to decide, okay, is this too much information and it's too private, or is it something that could provide value? It's really that simple. So the examples of TMI for me historically I've seen, and I'm connected with a lot of people online. Is TMI okay? So this is an easy one, right? The TMI, the easy TMIs that you can already knock off the list is airing out your dirty laundry. Don't do it. Like if there's things that's going on in your life that are, especially that if it's between you and some other person, don't air that out, right? Don't air that out. And then like as an extension of that, it like waxing poetically and emoting on social media, right? Like that serves no purpose for your business. If you're just sharing your thoughts and emotions, that's fine. That's great for your personal social. But is it serving your audience? Chances are probably not. And so, you want to really start making this distinction, because if you're building a business, you're focused on building a business and providing value. I think authenticity then and vulnerability isn't so much that you're sharing too much information or sharing very personal things, which you can if you want, but if it's whether or not that story or the thing that you're about to share about yourself can actually serve a purpose and provide value for the individuals. And here's where the line is for me. It's all about just being honest, right? I'm a pretty private person, but I'm never going to be inauthentic. I'm never going to be disingenuous on social and pretend to be something that I'm not. I'm also going to be willing to share the things that I think that I've gone through that I think can help you. And again, it's not so much that I'm just airing out my laundry and talking about my difficult life as a way to signal sympathy, right? As a way to garner sympathy from people, right? Because that's not serving you, that's serving me. Right? It's all about sharing the things that I'm okay to share with on the social platforms and online, in hopes that my experience can provide value and give perspective to other people. Because here's the thing: when you're honest, when you're authentic and vulnerable, people will see the humanity in that, and they'll be able to more relate to you, because in that humanity they'll see a little bit of themselves. And if they're going through the same thing, they'll know, okay, well, Jasmine went through that, then I know I can get through it as well. You know what I mean? Or Ronnie went through that difficulty in his life. Then I know I can get through it. If he did it, I know I know I'm not alone in this journey, and that can help them through whatever it is that they go through. Again, it's all about providing value. If the story or the thing that you're sharing, that personal detail that you're sharing, can help people, then I think yeah, it's okay to share. The distinction, of course, then is this. But final line. It's whether or not you're signaling, for sympathy, of how you're feeling or what you're experiencing, or you're, trying to get validation for your perspective or your opinion. All that is for you, right? All that is for self, as opposed to sharing a personal story and being vulnerable with that story in hopes that it could help somebody else. That's providing value for them, for your audience. So it's a you versus them, right? The purpose of your content. And again, if we're going to move from content consumer to content creator, we really have to draw the line and be mindful and intentional and purposeful with the details that we share. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. It's important because, we're not used to doing this stuff. I get it. We're not used to doing this stuff, and so we have to start practicing, so that we can make the smarter decisions when it comes to what we share about ourselves online. So that's it for today. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you think, and if you haven't yet, come join us on our Facebook community. It's a place where we can have further discussions on the topics that we talk about here on the show. It's facebook.com/groups/path of the network marketer. I go live there every a few times a week, so there's going to be more content there that's not necessarily available here on the podcast. Again, it's Path of the Network. No, sorry, I just had a complete brain fart. It's facebook.com/path/groups/path of the network marketer. Anyways, I'll leave the link of the show notes. I'll leave the link of the group in the show notes of this episode, as well as the post to Jasmine Star's, the link to to Jasmine Star's post that inspired this particular episode. Whew, got through it. Anyways, we'll catch you tomorrow with a fresh one. Until then, be well, be safe. I'll see you in the next episode.